Well, I can't sleep, so let's do a system tour video. Because why the fuck not? So a lot has changed since the last time I did this. I've actually rearranged my room 3 or 4 times. Like I remember the TV used to be on that cart at the end of the bed here. I had my old TV stand over here, which is actually in the other bedroom. I can show that. This one right here with the glass. I used to use this TV right here. Some LG TV, I don't remember the model. There's the TV I was using in my last video. Yeah, things have obviously changed a lot since the last time I filmed. I had bought a new air conditioner. Let's back up a little bit. I bought that last year, I think, because my old one, my old Cool King model, failed. It just constantly kept tripping the breaker. And at first it would only trip the breaker whenever it was hot, like hot outside or hot in the room. If it was over a certain temperature, it would pop the breaker. Then it just started popping the breaker no matter what, so I had to buy a new unit. Still got the Electro Voice speakers and the subwoofers. In fact, I still actually have the computer I edited the last video on. The last time I had that LG TV in here, and it was on that other stand that used to be right here. Then that TV, the remote stopped working and I couldn't get a new remote and it was just pissing me off, so I bought a new TV. Like I had tried my Harmony remote, I had tried another universal remote that was supposed to work with it. None of them would work, and I don't know why, so I gave up. And I'm getting a text message. Yeah, now I have a 65-inch Sony X85K, 120 hertz 4K TV. I bought this nice fireplace TV stand, which I don't use the fireplace portion of it as like a heater. I just use the fire. Sorry, someone texted me. But I don't use the heater portion because this room gets hot enough on its own. But just having the fire effect on, I like that. I built these risers out of just scrap material I had in the garage. These are some old 2x6s and some probably 1/8-inch plywood. I don't know how thick this plywood is. I don't remember. It's all recycled material. And I spray painted them black. But I left the screws exposed because I like that look. Underneath it, I've got this that I call the subwoofer preamp. This thing still is plugged in and still operates. But I'm currently not using this receiver. It's literally just sitting here. Next to that is my UPS, and these are just the power cables for everything. Because I was a little bit stupid, and I decided that I was going to run power out the front instead of thinking about it and running it around the side like I should have. But kind of too late to fix that one. There's 2 circuits in this room. There is that one which says hallway circuit. And hallway circuit does my UPS, which is this, which the touching that you can hear the fucking, it must be a loose connection somewhere. Like loose ground or something. But the PS5, the TV, and the internet equipment is all on this UPS. This does the power strip underneath the dresser, and that one that you see next to the speaker, as well as the fridge. This does lighting, and this does all the audio equipment. This one's on the bathroom circuit. Oh, it says hallway bathroom, but it's like just printed weird. Tuck everything nicely away like it was. Over here's kind of my collection of stuff. I got my empty anxiety medication bottles that I use. I use these for holding screws. Like this will be, if I take apart a laptop, I put them in here. Wow, my hands are gross. I've been doing a lot to the system these past couple of days, and specifically a lot today. I had ripped a lot apart today. Yeah. Take apart a laptop, I throw the screws in here. Take apart a TV, I'll throw the screws in this one. And some flash drives, my drill, empty Coke can. Don't know why that's sitting there. Must have been drinking that today. Battery chargers, an alarm clock that I don't use as an alarm clock, I just use it as a clock. My side speaker and a monitor that monitors my stream. And over here there's a Bluetooth speaker on the floor. Parts from my Roomba, some extra plugs, my camera, the half top, all my games and CDs, my Impact. And there's my server. There's my old PlayStation. It's the current PlayStation. I have the 2 because the one behind the TV is kind of broken. PS4, Harmony hub, switch dock, my Behringer crossover. I bought this because I thought I was going to be having to use this amp as my subwoofer amp, but I ended up fixing this one. Oh, someone just died. Down there is a PDU. It's supposed to be a power conditioner, but I don't believe that it's actually a power conditioner. Over here, we got another clock. This is just some solar lights. These were outside, and I brought them in, and I forgot to take them downstairs, so now they sit up there. Behind that is my vintage 1970s speakers, my lantern, some free exit signs. I actually got 3 of them free from my neighbors, and some lava lamps. And I put these vintage style lights up, and then I've got these. I think these were up last time I filmed. I got one of those vintage style ones over here. I got the solar light, and then I got the exit sign and the lava lamps. Got my lamp with a really bright light bulb in it. But both of these lamps have really bright light bulbs. Over here I've got this Rockville RPA 9 power amp. It's an okay power amp. It's not like anything amazing, but for what I need, it gets the job done. I'm going to do this because this is just bothering me. There we go. Got my lava lamp bulbs holding the amps up because, that's really stable. I got that JVC RXR75 powering the vintage speakers. I got this, not crossover, this equalizer and a Google Home. Telus box. My CD player. and my Onkyo receiver, which is an Onkyo TX NR6050 7.2 channel receiver. I have my TV on the wall, so I got some plugs there that I'm using. Of course, my keyboard, some more CDs that I like listen to a lot, being Nickelback, of course, and then Guns N' Roses, more Nickelback. I think there's a Yellow Wolf CD in there right now, and on My Darkest Days CD is in there as well. Surround speaker, side speaker. Over here I got a Roomba and an air purifier. I got my laptop. I got my subs. A little fan that I use to blow on me when I don't want the big fan on. My rear speaker on both sides of my Harmony remote dock. I've got my laptop, and I've got this new addition, which is a mixer. And that's for the subwoofers at the moment. Although, very easily I can always just, let's say this amp failed. I could very easily just go to the back of that crossover, pull the XLRs out, plug them into the Rockville, or plug them into my crossover through the Rockville, and then feed out of the Rockville into the crossover and into this amp if I had to use it as a main source. But currently the way that is set up is right there are my subwoofer outputs, the two of them. This big blue wire. And it comes down to here where it just extends it. So here's the incoming, here's the outgoing. Put that back. Comes along and up to here. There's two of these. So that's an RCA to XLR cable. And there's two of those wires that go along. And it's gonna come around this way because it's easier. And it comes to 1/4 inch. Is this gonna put off heat? And then from 1/4 inch it then goes back out through XLR. Back around this way, as you can see. Here's the two XLRs next to the RCAs. And they were slightly too long, so the rest is just coiled up right there. Comes up, runs across, right into the back of the crossover. Now this used to be what I was using to feed into the crossover. And actually, you can actually see the original wires right here. It's just a home stereo amp with an XLR cable that was cut up and plugged into the speaker terminals and fed into the crossover. Now, if anyone here has watched the YouTube channel Doublesome, I got the whole idea of using the mixer as like a volume for the subwoofers from him. If I remember, Doublesome had a pretty similar setup to what I've got going on here. He had his 18s. I think he was driving, or at least he had it set up so he could drive his Beam speakers off of his Cerwin Vega CV900. I don't have Cerwin Vega amps. I would love to have the 2800 and the 900, but they are way out of my price range and really hard to find here. I've come across a couple on eBay, but nothing local. And I like to buy things that are within Canada, basically. Because then there's no ridiculous shipping time on eBay. But basically on Doublesome setup, he had subwoofer output going to, I think it went direct RCA into his mixer and then RCA to 1/4 inch, but I prefer XLR. I like the balanced signals. I guess I should stop teasing it. I should do a sound test. So we're gonna use this song here because I have it open. I'm gonna keep it down because it's late. The volume's all over the place on its own right now. Give me a second. See? So the volume control idea for this does work. The system has changed quite a bit. Not only did I buy a bigger TV, so I don't have to have it at the end of my bed like that. This needs more bass. I guess I should, did I explain that this is like my main speakers and this is the subs? Like this feeds these, that's fed off of that, and they're fed through these line out converters. Which sounds fine to me. And it's been running like that for months. The only thing is I don't have a computer hooked up to my system like Doublesome did. I remember he would use his old an old computer as his entertainment center basically, but in my case I use either smart features on the TV or my PlayStation. Like my music is coming off the PlayStation right now. I throw on a different style of music. Put on these guys. If you haven't heard of this band, you should check them out. I put some file cabinets in. This holds some wires and stuff, just like extra stuff. Spare CD player. I got my spare computers and stuff here. And then underneath here, there's more CD players. A monitor, spare extension cord. The other exit sign. Looks like a tape deck. This is just where I keep all my spare audio components. Except for the ones that don't fit, like that Kenwood unit. So you can see those lights are on now because my Christmas lights shut off. Oh, that one seems really dim compared to that one. I almost blew up these speakers today, by the way. But I was doing a test and I forgot that the JVC amp was on and it almost blew those up. I came upstairs and I could smell burning. Oh yeah, that one's about to die. I might just put different batteries in these for the night, just so they work. So, I'm gonna do that off camera. I swap the battery because that battery just might be bad. But that's the system tour now. Now, this isn't final, obviously. It's gonna change fucking who knows how many times from today. I know this crossover is gonna go. I don't know if I'm gonna get rid of it entirely or if I'm gonna use it as like my subwoofer crossover. Not crossover, subwoofer EQ. Because I have a Behringer FBQ 6200 HD in the mail. It's fingerprints on my TV. I know this isn't really getting rid of them, but it looks better to me. That one's really gonna have to get wiped. This side's okay. It's just that little corner spot. I'll have to come through and just wipe the TV down. Yeah, that's gonna get replaced with a Behringer EQ. I got batteries right here that I can put in those. What? When the Behringer EQ arrives, I will make a video. Like, for example, that. Wait, it just controls bass. Like with that unit, I got a whole video coming about it and hooking it up and testing it in different ways. And yeah, thanks for watching.